Welcome back. I'm with Ron, the owner of Cosmic Oasis Board Game Cafe, and it's here on Main Street in Richmond. I'm going to get him to tell us a little bit about this place.
Yeah, hi. Cosmic Oasis Board Game Cafe is a neat place that's family-owned that we've been working on for several years. It opened 4 years ago as a traditional comic and game store, but about 2 years ago we were looking for a way to enhance the business and provide something for the community of Richmond that had been lacking for a long time since the Livewire had went out of business in the past. As you know, in Richmond at that time, there's not been any small, eclectic little cafes downtown that have good food and neat atmosphere. So we started trying to figure out how to incorporate that into our existing business model. And when we finished, we came up with the Cosmic Oasis Board Game Cafe. We have currently over 150 games that you can play for free. We have excellent sandwiches. We have very unique and exotic bubble tea. We're one of only 2 places in eastern Kentucky that provides that.
Some of the things I've been reading lately, board games are making a huge resurgence, and that looks obvious from what I see on the walls here. Does that seem to be the case? What kind of clientele are you getting here?
Well, we're actually getting pretty much everybody at this point, young and old, male and female. And the Euro-style board games is what the big news has been about. Coming out of Germany and Europe, things like Settlers of Catan has become very popular. So although we do have Monopoly and Sorry and Clue, we have lots of neat games that you've probably not seen elsewhere yet. One of the big events coming up on March 30th is going to be the International Tabletop Day. Tabletop is a YouTube show that's produced by the Geek and Sundry, and it features Will Wheaton of Star Trek fame and The Big Bang Theory, and he goes through and plays games on there with his friends, and it's become a huge hit. So they've actually turned it into a gaming holiday, and we're going to be one of the premier stores. There were only 100 premier stores in the U.S. We will be one of those, and featuring a full day of gameplay, and we'll have giveaways for all the games. That for anyone who comes and participates, you can get free games and free game accessories that day.
What days are you open right now?
Well, currently we are open every day except for Tuesday. I got to have one day to kind of get things back square around here, especially with the impending expansion coming up. So, and we're open very late nights on Fridays. I'm here often until midnight or later, and then we're also expanding our hours on Saturday nights until 10 p.m.
Well, speaking of expansion, you were telling us a little bit about that. It's kind of neat. It's kind of exciting news, really. It seems like you've kind of outgrown this building, and you're going to have to go to the adjacent building. Tell us a little bit about that.
That is correct. We just signed the lease for the Jet and Hall building, and we're currently in the process of renovating. Over the last month, we've been very blessed. The community has really taken to us and seen what we have to offer. Several kids' birthday parties have come in. We did a field trip night with a Madison homeschool group, and we're about to do a fundraiser night coming up here in about a week for the Science Olympiad team. As everybody knows, Madison Central's on a tear right now. The boys basketball are in the Sweet 16. The science team's in there, and the archery team's even going to state. So, you know, go Indians. And we're really wanting to support the community with all that kind of stuff. So this is a great place to come in here. If you host a fundraiser night with us, it's 15% of our total sales for the night. Not profits like a lot of places. We're going to take the whole ticket and give it to the organization. And with that being said, the last event filled us to capacity. There was just too many people in here, and the opportunity came up with Mr. Jet closing and going into retirement. And through some negotiations, we secured that building, and we are in the process of renovating it. The end goal is going to be for it to become the restaurant, this to revert back to the retail store. We're in some negotiations currently with a Lexington company to potentially bring comic books even back, and people's pretty excited about that. We initially had them, and they kind of went when the kitchen came, so we're going to have the comic book culture also come back to the retail side.
Well, that's pretty exciting. It's very generous of you, it seems like, all that donation you're making. That's really nice. Tell us a little bit about how to get in contact with you, or your location. I told them it was on Main Street, but you might give the actual address or what it's across from, some landmarks, and how they can reach you electronically.
Sure thing. It's actually really exciting because we're right on the corner of 2nd and Main, next to a couple of really great businesses, Babylon International Cafe and Market, and Purdy's Coffee. We're neighbors with them, so this has become quite the happening little corner with lots of great food and interests for tourists to come and see a slice of Richmond all in one spot. You can find us on Facebook. Cosmic Oasis is the page. We're at cosmicoasis.com, and the phone number for the store is 859-771-6244.
Good. Well, thank you, Ron. This is a really unique addition to Richmond, and I wish you best of luck, and hopefully this will get the word out, because I think it is a really nice facility, and it's kind of a well-kept secret apparently, but hopefully the word will get out. And all this, anything else you want to add before we leave?
Well, unfortunately at this point we have been the best kept secret in Richmond, but the motto is eat, drink, play, and we think we are the most fun place to eat in Richmond, so come give us a try.
Okay. Well, thank you. We'll be right back with more Richmond tourism talk.